How do I know if he's the one? It's very simple. There's so many factors that you have to think about, and it's headache to think about everything. So I narrowed it down to 4 main factors that you should know before you choose someone who you want to spend your rest of your life with or possibly get into serious relationships. I'm ready. Thank you. Oh, it's my relationship again? Okay. I mean, it's always fun to talk about it anyway. But we can talk about anything else too. It doesn't have to be relationship, okay? Hi, I'm 25 years old female from California. I've been talking to this guy for about 2 months. He's very nice and he's the best. But before I give my heart to him and enter into serious relationships, how do I know if he's the one? Possibly for marriage candidates. Alright, this is fun. And as you know my style, I don't like talking about cliche stuff. Today I'm just gonna talk fact and fact only. I'm guessing your end goal for a relationship is marriage. And this is not the only factors, but there are so many factors to think about. I'm gonna narrow it down 4 things that you should know. The first thing you should look for when you enter into serious relationship is he happy being single? Some people are like, I know I'm super depressed right now, my life sucks right now, I know, but there's someone out there for me. I know that if I get married, I know I'm gonna be so much happier. I know that he's not gonna be like treating me any bad. I'm just gonna be so much happy and just joy of my life is gonna come true and stuff. No. Some people like to think that marriage is gonna solve all their issues in their life and find their half-missing hearts and then solve all their insecurities. But no. Marriage is for somebody who is already stable themselves, for those who are ready to support each other. Because if husband is not happy, wife is not happy. If wife is not happy, husband is not happy. That's just how it works. I'll give you some example. I know I've met plenty of guys who just love to talk about how rough their backgrounds were and their just childhood was just so devastating. And I'm not saying that you should meet somebody with bad backgrounds or rough backgrounds. I know plenty of people who overcame their past and then they're willing to help people to stand strong. I'm talking about somebody who just stays that way, hoping that somebody will love them and they care for them. Something like this. You know, when I was young, I didn't have food to eat. You know, nobody wasn't there for me. You know, my heart is empty. You know, I was wondering if you could be, here for me to cheer my heart up. Remember, you're not a mom. So if someone's not happy on their own, it's not someone for you. So the first question you should be asking is, are you happy right now as a single? And second one, I know nobody likes to talk about it, but I know it's in their heart, I know it's in their mind, is their family and their assets. And don't jump into conclusion before I finish this, okay? Because I'm not saying you should just look for somebody with just their house, how much they're making, what's their father's doing, what's their mother doing. I'm not saying that at all. But all I want to tell you is you shouldn't have to feel like you're a gold digger. You shouldn't have to feel bad. When you're looking for somebody who you want to spend your rest of your life with, to look for their family situation and how much they're willing to help you. You don't have to feel bad. I don't understand when people say money isn't important for marriage. You've seen famous people out there with thousands of guests and saying money isn't important, money isn't everything, money cannot buy love. Just get married, love, enjoy your life. But I'm sure they get paid tons of money to speak about this. I'm sure their husband or wife is very happy about the results. Because us young people, we're exposed to all kinds of YouTube and stock and cryptocurrency, drop shipping, Amazon, everyone's millionaires in Instagram and Facebook. So we tend to think very light about the money. So I asked some of my friends who are in college right now, how hard do you think it's for you to save $100,000 in your bank after you graduate college? And these students are like studying business, like psychology, nursing, and doctor and stuff like that. And they're like, oh yeah, as soon as I get out of college, I'm gonna start working, I'm gonna start hustling, I'm gonna invest. Saving $100,000 is no problem. I'm gonna have that before I get married. After you graduate, when the real life hits, after you pay your rent, car insurance, groceries, health insurance, car payments, phone bills, Wi-Fi, your personal expenses, and if you have the loans to pay off, it's not easy to save $1,000 a month. After paying all this expensive, for someone to save $100,000 in their bank accounts, they have to start saving $1,000 every single month, starting from when they're age of 21 to 22 to 30. Without skipping any month. I know it's kind of sad to say, but our life is very limited by how much money we're making. For those who makes $3,000 a month, they have to live a life with what they can afford to spend with $3,000. For someone who makes $10,000 a month, they have to live a life with what they can afford with $10,000. I'll make it very simple. It's A and B. They both make the same amount of money. They're both tall, they're both handsome, they're hot. A, after they're spending all the expenses that I mentioned earlier, after paying for all the expenses, they want to save $1,000 so they can save for 10 years to have $100,000 to pay for their down payment for their house so they can start paying for their houses. And imagine, in order for them to save $1,000 every single month for a whole 10 years to save $100,000, they're gonna be short. They're gonna have to count for every single dollar and $100 they're paying for. They wanna go to family trips, they wanna pay for their kids' stuff, but they're gonna be short and they're gonna be stressed. And B, their parents were able to help them out with $300,000 just to start with their newly married family. And imagine the quality of life they would be able to have. They don't have to worry about all this $100 they're spending. Their house is already paid off, or at least they're paying a good chunk amount of down payments. The rest of the money, after paying necessary stuff, all the money is going to their savings, their summer vacations, buying a nice car, spend for things that they need, that they want. The life quality is going to be different. So, third, negotiable versus non-negotiable. When you date somebody in the beginning, you get to see the very nice thing of them, how gentle they are, how kind they are. But if you spend more time with them, you start to notice their faults and their shortcomings. But that is okay. Nobody's perfect. That's just how it is in relationships. But there's one thing that just cannot stand it. And you told him or you told her, hey, I really prefer if you don't do that because I cannot stand it. If he or she continues to do that, then don't get married to him. He's not gonna change. People don't change very easily like that. After you told him multiple times to stop it, but if he continues to do that, he's not going to change after you get married. But if you absolutely want to get married to this guy, just know that you're gonna have to live with this for the rest of your life and you have to be okay with it. For example, like if he doesn't take a shower at all, he just buys high brand clothes all the time when he cannot even afford it, he's a gambler, he's a liar, those kind of things. You notice that he has a habit of doing those kind of things, just be careful, he's not gonna change. And if he's a cheater, and you forgave him and his attitude has changed, no, he just ran out of his money, that's it. And he's not gonna change. 4 is respect. The respect applies to both genders, male and female. Men has tendency of feeling loved through respect. And ask yourself this, can you respect your man? Or at least can you express your love through respect? And if you cannot, and if he doesn't have anything to respect for, how are you supposed to express your love through respect, right? It's gonna be difficult. And if the man doesn't feel respected, then they tend to just stop caring for them. They tend to try not to really understand them because their feeling is hurt or their pride is hurt, right? So find a man who you can actually show your love through respect, or someone who you can actually respect. And all men should really develop and work for this respect if they want to be feeling respected. So that's the last one I want to tell you, to see if you can see yourself respecting your man, or at least show your love through respect. Because if you can't, it's going to be very difficult. And if he's constantly seeking for respect when he has nothing to respect for, we have an issue here there too. All men should constantly develop themselves and then grow and earn that respect, not through force, but through their ability and also loving them. Conclusion: how to know if he's the one? First, is he happy being single? Second, his family. Third, negotiable versus non-negotiable. Fourth, respect. And most importantly, am I ready to love this person? Do I deserve this person too? And thank you so much for coming to my locker room. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, just shoot me a DM and email me, and then we'll talk about it. That's the whole point of this locker room talk anyway. So thank you so much for coming again, and I hope you guys have a great day.